I can't reach them. Dude. Alright, what's going on, guys? This took me 2 days, but I finally finished it. As you can see behind me, I have the Rep Fitness PR 4000. It's been the rack that I've been wanting for basically since for a year now. I wanted it back in March, but they were already sold out, so I ended up buying the Force USA My Rack, and it's been holding its own up until now. And when I finally saw that it was in stock, I kind of just pulled the trigger on it. The building of this rack was insanely difficult for some reason. I'm not good at building stuff, I guess, but it took myself and my brother 2 days to put this entire rack together. Just the front part itself took probably an hour, maybe 2 hours. And after we finished the front part, I added this pull-up bar into it this morning, and there was an issue because it made it super crooked. One tip for you guys for when you guys are putting these racks together is to not tighten the bolts until the very end, until everything's done, until you figure out exactly where you want it to sit on the floor. Because yes, you might have a little bit of an uneven flooring, just so you don't have that basically crookedness that I had. So I basically finished this whole rack. Then I put the pull-up bar in because I thought, hey, let's put the pull-up bar in. That's probably the smartest thing to do. I was using it on the bottom to make sure that the spacing on it was correct. And when I put it in, this left bolt, this right leg left to you guys, kind of went straight up, and there was probably an inch, maybe not an inch, probably that's like less than an inch, but a good amount of spacing underneath it. And I was freaking out. I messaged my friend Mohammed, and I was like, yo, dude, what do I do? This thing's like crooked. I spent an entire day working on it already and a little bit of the next day. So he told me to, loosen everything up and figure out where you wanted to place it first and put it back down. So shout out to Mohammed. Check out his channel. He makes a lot better YouTube videos than I do. He actually knows what he's talking about because he's actually a certified personal trainer. So definitely go check him out. I'm just biting him at this point. Just based on what I can see right now, there's definitely some minor things I'm gonna nitpick just because I've already owned a separate power rack. And after seeing this one, there's a couple things that I can already tell that I don't like. For being such a heavy rack, this thing still kind of has a good amount of wobble in it. I'm not sure if you guys can see it in the video, but I'm not really pushing it all that hard. And there's a good amount of wobble in it. There's no back and forth wobble whatsoever because I did get the additional plate storage in the back, so it is a 6-post rack. After, thinking about it, I think the reason why it's kind of wobbly is because I didn't get the rear stabilizers on the bottom. Shout out to Mohammed again. I messaged him asking him if I needed it, and he said I only needed it if I was gonna be attaching the lap pull down attachment, and I wasn't at the time because I was on the budget. So maybe if I attach it later on, it'll help out. Maybe if I put more weights on it, it'll help out, but it's just a little bit, it's pretty decent. Noticeable amount of shaking. Another gripe that I have for sure is this multi-grip pull-up bar. There is no knurling on it whatsoever. The Force USA multi-grip pull-up bar that I owned, that I owned before, there was actually knurling all over the bar, so it felt really good to hold, and it was really aggressive knurling as well. So that actually was a plus for them. Another plus for them is the fact that they had all their numbers clearly marked for reps. They are actude laser cut, I don't know what you call it, laser cut, but they're cut into the uprights themselves, and they go from 1 up to 35. So it's in a range of 5s basically. They count up by 5. But if you're somebody like me who's not really good at numbers or remembering where you're benching, it's gonna be kind of hard for me to, if I'm benching at a 17, I'm not sure if this is the 17 right here or if this number is a 17. It's you kind of have to take an extra seconds to process this in your brain. And I know, first world problem. After finishing building the rack, I actually had 2 sets of the bolts that came with left. It was basically 8 bolts. I actually pieced everything together, and that's kind of a quick hack I'm gonna give you guys. When I tried to buy the full package, it was like $1,400, $1,600 just for the pre-built one. You just gotta select how tall you want it, the depth and everything that you want it. And that was basically it. And it priced me at $1,400. I thought about it, I was like, you know, it's kind of a lot of money. I'm gonna go downstairs, I'm gonna do a quick workout. If it's still in stock when I go up, then I'll purchase it. You know, gave myself a little bit of a resting period to think about this. I know they go pretty fast, so I was kind of hoping they sold out. When I got upstairs, probably 2 hours later, it was actually sold out. But I realized this little hack. You can actually just buy the parts separately, and it's cheaper. So I have a 6-post rack, and it cost me $1,200 for everything, with the J-hooks and everything attached to it. So for a 4-post rack, a standard 4-post rack that they offer, it's already $1,400. So I got an additional, I believe it's 16 inches in the back for weight storage, and it was cheaper. So if you guys are looking to buy a rack, especially right now, I know that steel prices are going up. According to Coop's video and according to my friend Mohammed's video, now is the time to buy. I know that Rep Fitness, they have an abundance of the PLR 4000 right now. So if you do want to buy it, use my tip and piece it together. So if you just want a standard 4-post rack, you just need to buy 2 sets of uprights and 1 set of cross beams. And that's about it. And a pull-up bar, a nameplate for support, and then if you guys want, you can have the back stabilizer too. But that's basically all you need. They have the J-hooks now back in stock. But overall, I'm really happy with it. Depending on when this video comes up, if it comes up before I tell you why I'm selling my Force USA My Rack. The reason I bought this is, honestly, I live in Colorado, Rep's in Colorado. If I need anything, I can just go straight there. I don't have to wait for any shipment or any shipping day. Basically, I don't have to worry about UPS or FedEx ruining the box or whatever, all that shenanigans is going on right now. And it was just convenient, but it's the power rack that I want. And if you guys are looking to buy a power rack, definitely try to piece together the power rack, because it is noticeably cheaper. I have already mentioned it to a couple of my friends, and I think they're gonna do that right now. If there's any questions, just leave it in the comment section below and I can help you out with it. But that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a good amount of videos coming out with this month. I already recorded 3 or 4, so stay tuned. Have a good one.